Pretty lady, where you going? What you doing? I was hoping that I should stick in you. I don't mean to be disrespectful.
Welcome to Respectfully Disrespectful.
Weird.
And I know y'all been asking, man, what's up? Why we ain't did no episodes? We been busy.
Busy, bro.
Working.
Just working.
In
the studio.
You been in the lab?
Yeah, I've been with you in the lab.
You been sounding pretty cool. You sound a little polished up in there.
I mean, you know, it's like riding a bike. You don't never lose it. You know what I mean?
Why you cut your beard?
I was just tired of it, man. It's a lot of maintenance and shit. You know what I mean?
Your wife be riding your face?
Sometimes, but not all the time, though.
You don't be doing it too much?
Nah, she's busy. It's like,
She busy?
She in the lab, too. She got an album coming out.
What's her album?
She about to be fire. It's an I on there, too.
Oh, okay.
Mixtape.
Okay, the mixtape.
Well,
Let's do, let's say, what's a Biggie song? You got a Biggie song? What's up in the rap? You want to do Biggie song?
You got to do an easy Biggie song, too.
I don't know.
You don't really fuck with Biggie.
I don't never really win. I mean, One More Chance, Love It When You Call Me Big Papa.
I think that's dead in the same song.
I don't know. I fuck with Big, but I don't even really get into it like that. What's your song? You just got to kick it off.
Oh no, it's an album cut.
What?
You might not.
What is it?
My Downfall.
That never heard of it.
See what I'm saying?
Now
Pick
you
a
got
box song.
Which one you want to do? Up and down's like a roller coaster. You feel
I'm
me?
not doing a sexy pop song with you.
What
You want me to do the
what pop song you want to do? You want to do Keep Your Head Up? What you want to do?
Show just
Can
started.
you word for word a pop song?
Word for word, maybe Blasphemy. Maybe Blasphemy.
That's the only
Maybe,
pop song you can word for word?
Maybe. Can I finish though?
Uh-huh.
Ambitions as a Rider, probably. I'm not doing like the toss.
Will you ever admit on camera that you're not a Pac fan?
Nah, because I'm a Pac fan.
But you're a Biggie fan more.
I just think Big
is
raps.
better. Don't try to get clever.
Better. No, I'm just telling you what I said earlier.
Oh, what?
That Big raps technically better than Pac rapped.
That's why you got a Biggie tattoo on your calf?
No, it's not Biggie.
Who's it?
It's a YB. But
That's what I know. This nigga got Biggie tattooed on his calf, y'all.
he lying.
All right.
He
Whatever.
lying. There's a picture of YB, but she got on glasses, so he can't tell it's her.
What else you got on your tattoos?
What,
Can we address that?
My tattoos?
Yeah,
I feel like it's a personal.
No, for one, I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't seen you in a minute.
This your man right here.
I haven't seen you in a minute, and I was just thinking, like, how you been? And I seen you today, and
I'm gonna do the rest of the show like this.
I just wanted to know, like, what was the purpose of that tattoo?
I'm feeling hella vulnerable.
You guys, because our topic today is weird tattoos.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Like, cause you said I'm so black, you can't really see my tattoos.
that's what I'm saying. It's not even a fair conversation.
I mean, you got the dope bear tatted and whatever.
I can't even.
But you got some weird tattoos.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Which one we gonna talk about first? I didn't even address none of these.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling vulnerable.
I didn't see those. You feel me? I didn't really address those. The question of what I'm asking is, you got Michael Jackson tattooed on your leg.
Yeah, Thriller though, dead Mike, Thriller zombie.
Like, how do you feel about that? What was the purpose behind that Michael Jackson tattoo?
When I was a kid, Thriller was like the biggest album in the world. You know what I'm saying?
You was a kid, Michael Jackson.
Boom, pedophile. I see how you put that together.
I don't know. When I was a kid, Michael Jackson.
I see how you think.
I mean, no disrespect. I just don't know. I was a kid, Michael Jackson.
Got it. I see how you think.
Okay. All right. Okay.
You in sicko mode.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay.
Sicko mode has been activated immediately.
So that's the Michael Jackson. We don't even really need to go further into that. Secondly, I want to know, you have Nino Brown on your leg. Why do you have a known snitch on your leg? You have Nino Brown.
It's a movie. It's not real.
No, Nino Brown told. He's a snitch. He's a rat. You have him tattooed on your leg. Please explain.
But it's not real.
Kareem Akbar. That's right, the educated brother from the bank. He's the real head of the CMB, the brains behind the whole thing.
I told you, this thing is bigger than Nino Brown, and I got a list of proof. If I'm going down, I'm taking a whole lot of people with me.
Order in the court. Order in the court.
So why would you? Why out of all the Wesley Snipes pictures, you could have got him from?
It wasn't about Wesley Snipes.
You could have got him from White Man Can't Jump. You could have got him from Blade. You could have got him from Mo Better Blues.
I was too young for that really to be hella watching that like that.
You could have got him from 2-1 Fu.
Me? You trying to do some like?
No, I'm just saying.
Some more.
No, I'm just saying. Out of all the Wesley Snipes stuff, you could have got. Why would you get him when he played a snitch?
Because like that movie, right, was one of the first movies I got to see that was really with the shit. So as a kid, I'm like, oh, this movie really tight to me. That's the main character in the movie. He played a really good criminal, and I liked it. So I was like,
He told.
what you mean? You told what?
This shit is bigger than Nino Brown. That light-skinned motherfucker right there.
But it's fake though. It's not real.
His character told.
Yeah, but it's a character.
But that's the character you chose to name your company after?
What?
Oh, my bad. I jumped into a Nas line. Excuse me, I'm sorry. How do you feel about that?
I feel great. I feel amazing.
You fucking Red Bull?
Yeah, I feel amazing.
You know that's bull piss?
What? And they selling it? That's crazy.
Anyway, moving right along. Respectfully disrespectful. Welcome back.
What's up, bro? Welcome back, bro. I'm here. You know what I mean? I'm tapped in. You know what I'm saying?
You good?
I'm good, bro. Amazing, bro. I feel great.
Why you didn't go to Fan Bam? I thought I would have saw you at Fan Bam.
You know what? I was kind of there, but I wasn't like there.
Fan Bam was cool.
It was tight.
It was cool
Yeah,
this year.
I went last year. Shit was cool.
It's a lot of stuff going
You
on.
had a suit on
Yeah, I did a suit this year.
at the lake.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What? Hey Baby comes out on the weekends. You don't fuck with Hey Baby?
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
I had a suit. I had a salmon skin.
The L kind of silent, I think. I don't know.
Salmon?
I ain't no teacher, bro. I'm just.
You actually are a teacher.
I mean, on the low, but
Oh.
you know, I'm not that kind of teacher. Not like a spelling teacher.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had a salmon. I had a salmon coat, whatever. You're not. It was
What kind of
cool.
shoes?
Some red bottoms. You fuck with those?
Nah.
You never had a pair of those?
I wear like Nikes, Asics.
Oh,
Converse.
here's Bun B.
Shit like that. Uncle Bun, he must have been.
Here's Bun B coming to talk about this disaster, and we're live.
This is
Hey, Bun, Uncle Bun.
Huh?
This is why I have to educate me.
Just want to know.
Right? You don't make this kind of a move without Harden already saying we're gonna give and take. Like we're gonna make room for this.
Right.
They don't make this kind of a move with somebody that they think potentially would be in a head-butting situation. You going from bad to worse.
So do you feel like he misses playing with him in Oklahoma? What was the purpose of him grabbing Westbrook, another cancerous?
I think he can guarantee. Here's the thing: Westbrook for one is healthier than Chris Paul, so that's enough reason to take him.
Right.
You know, he's younger than Chris. He's a perennial MVP candidate. He's having a historic run right now, and I think they're going to make room for him.
Well, he wasn't mentioned in the MVP candidacy last year, so we can't say that.
Well, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
We'll take that. We'll take that. Still averaging triple double.
Yeah, he's putting up amazing numbers. 3 straight seasons, he's done things that no one else has ever done.
Right.
But you and I know from just being avid sports fans, not just being biased to our hometown, that those two together is going to be hard. That's going to be hard to manage.
I don't think it's going to be that hard. I think it's up to them. I don't think the coach has anything really to do about it. I don't think team management has anything to do about it. But I know Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey is not going to pull this trigger without talking to James and making sure that James is cool with this. Because otherwise, he's going to be looking to be out of there if it's going to be a situation. He can't afford that.
Most definitely, James Harden has to okay that trade for that to go through.
Right.
He has to.
Because here's the first question. So did you leave because here's the thing. He already know why he left. It wasn't personal. I just need to be, I feel like I'm a star. I feel like I can put up numbers like a star. And I think I can carry a team. Right?
Right.
That's got nothing to do with Kevin or Russell in that essence. Right?
Right.
Now, Russ is a competitor. So obviously every time they play, there's always something. People know, what I'm saying, one person left, all that kind of shit. So contentious-wise, but that's just competitive nature. I don't think that's personal.
So what does the Western Conference Finals look like?
Next year,
Yes.
the Clippers is somebody else, maybe?
Whoa, you're not even going to say your team?
No, all I know is I really, really like the composition of that Clippers team. It's really going to be about who first, though, fam.
Right. Right.
You guys are the new Spurs, right? Pop's the new Kerr.
Ooh.
That's big.
Kerr's the new Pop. We appreciate that.
I mean, yeah, Kerr's the new Pop. I think you guys are going to be perennial playoff team always, right?
Okay.
Y'all are very clutch. You know, you have clutch shooters. So it's really just about how quickly Clay rehabilitates. Will Clay play this season?
March, April. Yes.
Who picks up that slack?
Hopefully Russell.
Okay.
Hopefully. If Russell can give us 18 points, I'm okay with that.
Now you're going to be working step to death. Those ankles ain't going to hold up.
Wow, he hasn't had ankle injuries in 4 years, bud.
Yeah, he hasn't had to play that much either in 4 years.
You're right.
You got to put this team on his shoulders now.
You don't think he can do it?
I ain't saying he can't do it. What I'm saying is he's not going to be healthy doing it the whole season.
Okay, we have a Draymond Green. We asked him to be a little bit more offensively assertive.
Y'all let Livingston go.
Yeah, I think that we're going to go get Jamal Crawford.
Oh, we do Jamal Crawford. Sorry, this is Kevin. What's happening, man?
This is you.
I love Jamal Crawford as a six man. I think he defines what a six man is.
We on
Sit back, wait your turn, come out, explode.
we on a respectfully disrespectful show right now. My co-host Kevin says, "What's up?"
What's up, Kev?
What's up, sir?
I'm really, really excited about this season, man. It's gonna be some interesting basketball because one of these teams are gonna fail miserably.
Yeah.
I just hope it ain't mine.
And I hope it ain't ours.
Yeah, I like what's going on. This is incredible. I like this. This season about to be dope.
But it's just totally disrespectful for the Eastern Conference division. Like, the Eastern Conference is just horrible. Because the team that you want to see right now, the Brooklyn Nets, they'll be depleted next year. They'll be good the year after next. But I think the 76ers come out of the East.
Yeah, that's not saying much against the West.
Exactly.
You know, the West has always been heavy-handed. You know, give or take the last 10, 12 years, it's been heavy-handed.
Most definitely.
This right now is just, like you said, it's disrespectful.
Yeah, this is totally disrespectful. This is the illest I've ever seen it. Like, it's crazy right now. That trade today, oh my God. I'm about to call Steph as soon as we get off this show, and I'm gonna see what he thinks about it. That's tough.
I don't see people being threatened because I think everybody is kind of thinking the same thing that you're thinking. These two will never mesh.
Who has the?
I think we're not giving them enough credit as men and team players. I think
Yeah.
they're gonna have. They already know coming in that they've got to prove people wrong.
Right.
I think
Westbrook is gonna drop that ego a little bit. I think this is his time to, it wasn't working over there. I tried to be loyal as long as I could. Let me drop my ego a little bit. I'm gonna still ball out on niggas, but I'm gonna drop my ego and really play team basketball for the first time.
I don't think it's an ego thing. I think a lot of players get to the point where I'm tired of carrying the team on my shoulders. I just want to sit back and let somebody else have to worry about all that.
Right.
And I think that's a big thing for him coming to Houston is the fact that now it's not all on him anymore. But he's tried that, right? Like, give me this team, I can take it as far, and he's done amazing over there. But I think he's tired of carrying the whole team by himself.
But he had Paul George. He just recently had Paul George, and it still kind of felt like
Melo.
Like, you didn't have to really carry the team. Yeah, when he had Melo too, he didn't really have to carry the team. He had two phenomenal scorers, and it was still not working. So is it him? That's the only common denominator from all these superstars on that floor. He's the only one that's the common denominator. Whether it's KD, Harden, Melo, PG.
Averaging a triple-double a game, he's breaking his neck.
I think what you said, the key component to this whole conversation and to the whole league and around these things is what you said. Who will be the first to figure it out?
Mm-hmm.
That's all it's going to be.
For sure.
Because LeBron jumping into LA didn't work immediately. And
Right.
there's no reason to believe that it's going to work immediately this time around. Miami didn't work the first time,
Right.
So these things take time. These things take deferment. These things take a good coach that can manage these egos but also draw players that make people effective. And really how people personal level. Everybody ain't built like we think they built. We don't know a lot of these dudes personally. So I feel like teams are getting guys are joining with people that they rock with.
Right, that's my dog for
people
sure.
that they know personally and they know they rock with. Russ go to work and leave. Russ go home to the wife, to the family. He's not out in clubs. He's not doing all that crazy shit. He's very focused. You know what I'm saying?
I think
that got a lot to do with because our Rockets team is young and they're fly, but they're low key. They fly under the radar. You know what I'm saying? The last big problem we had was when James dated a Kardashian. He realized that wasn't going to work as a fit, as a lifestyle choice. He pulled out of that, started living a lot more reserved, and I think that's something that he and Westbrook can relate on.
It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna call you out.
First of all, we're gonna be the best dressed city in sports, right?
Man, cut it out, man.
You got DeAndre Hopkins.
Cut it out. Y'all gonna be the weirdest dressed. Man, I'm calling you after we get off this show.
Ask Europe.
All right, bye, man. Hey, man, talking about that, how do you feel? Westbrook to the Rockets?
I think the NBA is like the WWF, bro. It's entertaining as fuck. You get to pick your character and rock with him, and you know what I'm saying. It feel like the story was written. Like we're gonna just, and I think it's dope. Like men are getting a chance to like pick their own destiny. They're getting a chance to like not really ask nobody for nothing. Like Charles Barkley didn't get a chance to really do that.
I like that.
No,
Barkley did. Barkley went to the Rockets.
Yeah,
they just didn't win.
Yeah, I mean, but not to this magnitude where you can just pick. Like, man, I want to go there. I'm requesting a trade, my nigga. Like that's different.
Right.
I kind of like that. I think that's dope.
Speaking of basketball, did you see Mayweather in the celebrity game?
Yeah, he got crossed. Yeah,
Is that vicious?
He always got crossed. Yeah,
How vicious was that though?
On a scale of 1 to 10, it was like a 380. Because he just laid there, and then he hit the shot.
Oh,
and
he
then
hit the
everybody
shot.
laughed at him, and now the memes was going stupid, and this joke's on you.
You know the coldest thing is when 50 talk about it though.
Yeah. Anytime 50 get on your head, it's over with.
And 50 been going back and forth to him. So when he was like, champ, he trying to kill you, champ. Like, champ, what's going on, champ? You got to get the strap, champ. So I feel like that made it worse. Like, I mean, Mayweather should have knew, like, man, this is Bone Collector. You can't be. We don't go to this. We don't look at the footage right here, man. You feel me, on this editing. Oh, that's tough.
Okay.
That's tough right there.
Cameraman said editing.
Yeah, that was tough. I don't know about that right there. That was tough right there, man.
What you got on your gram?
Nothing. That's some little bop. I don't know what she doing. You know, the fake Nubians.
That's the earthy turfy.
Yeah, you know when the bitches be faking lighting.
Earthy turfy, yeah.
You fuck with the faking lighting ones?
With the fake and light, what you mean?
Like, you know, the females that be trying to be all super, hey, brother, what's going on?
I don't like it. It's not my thing.
You don't fuck with them?
No, that's not my thing.
What's your type?
Just regular. You know what I mean? Just regular. Just be yourself. Hey, brother.
You don't fuck with them kind?
Just let me get some of this butt naked real quick. Let me show y'all.
Out of all the incense you pick, you want to pick that one?
Who bought this? You?
Okay. I think it just came.
Alright.
I think it just came.
Now he don't know where it came from.
What you think about the little young black girl that's coming in tennis? You seen her shit, Coco?
Oh, yeah. I was like, wait, what?
You fucking with her?
Yeah, she tight, man.
She wild. I think she gonna be dope. You think she got the next coming of Serena and Venus?
Nah, I don't like even comparing people with people like that, man. She probably just gonna be herself and do her thing, bro.
Do you think people are just comparing her because she's a black girl that plays tennis?
Yup. I think that's damn near racist.
Whoa. What about Tiger coming back? Tiger came back, got a victory.
Where did he come back from?
I mean, he been fucking off. He ain't been shit since he got caught stroking.
He was doing what?
His stroke was messed off when he got caught stroking.
What you mean?
He got caught stroking.
Oh, he was with his side piece or something like that?
I don't know who he was with. I know he was having sex with hella people. And his golf game fell off. It was destroyed.
He probably never really had none when he was younger, so he probably just making up for lost time or something. You know how like girls like get older and shit and be like, oh, I'm about to go in my whole phase. Tiger probably just had a whole phase.
Oh,
we gotta forget.
You went through a whole phase?
Nah.
Here you go. You don't ever do nothing, right?
What you mean? You asked me a question, I said no.
I'm just saying, you act like you don't ever do nothing. Like, that's crazy. That's what make it hella
I do a
boozy.
lot of shit. I just don't
Like
do
what?
that. That's all.
What you been doing?
Been chilling. You know what I mean?
Like what?
Like a villain.
Any new music? Any new music?
Wait, what?
Any new music?
Yeah, bro. We talked about this already, man.
I'm only asking questions, bro. I
got
want you
you.
to.
We got
I want you to put out
album.
music. You don't put out no fucking music.
Mr. Fab, Thug Tears, dropping this Sun. Wait, this volume 1, cuz. Where the new one at?
I just seen you in the gym. You been getting kind of buff.
Bro, nah, it's natural, cuz. I ain't been to the gym because I don't want to have bitches be all on me if I can get hella buff and shit. So
Why?
I keep it regular.
Why?
I said, why? Cuz I want attention. You know what I'm saying? You been in this gym too?
No, I ain't been. I've been looking at some weights. I ain't been in there. I ain't been lifting no weights. I was in that motherfucker looking at some weights and shit, putting it together. What's going on? Any trips lately?
Nah.
Where you going? You going on somewhere? You going some trip?
Nah, let's plan another
Where the
trip,
OG
bro.
at? Go grab the OG. See if he outside.
Let's plan another one, bro. We need to go
Trying to go somewhere for real soon, like Costa Rica, Honduras, something like that.
Yeah.
You want to go far? Or you want that's cool, a cool little trip right there.
Nah, yes, let's go. Let's, you know what I mean? Asia or somewhere, you know what I'm talking about?
Fuck with that. Look, Japan is lit.
Yeah, Japan. I've been to Tokyo. Super lit.
How long you was there?
A couple of days. It wasn't long.
What you was doing?
Just chilling, looking at shit.
What you mean?
Sightseeing, you know, looking at shit.
Big football fan?
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
How you feel about this Lion King movie about to come out?
The one we in? Or the
Hey, is that crazy? Should we break the news?
Yeah, so he getting paid more than me now, but on the back end, I got like residuals coming from it, so it kind of balances out.
Like when you put that up and said that we're actually doing Puma and Timon,
Yeah.
bro, do you know how many people call my phone?
Hell,
Like, yo, congratulations, y'all doing a Tyler Perry version of Lion King?
look,
What made you say the Tyler Perry version of Lion King? That was funny.
Because I was trying to think of something that was just so outlandish that would probably never ever happen to make people really know that it's a joke, and it did the exact opposite. Maybe my sense of humor is just off, but I thought it was funny.
No, people really was hitting me saying that y'all really gonna be
Thank
on
y'all
Lion
for
King.
believing in us, you know what I'm saying? Coming this soon, coming this summer, Tyler Perry, Timon, Pumbaa. I'm not sure which one is which.
You wanted me to be the warthog?
That's a warthog? That's what that was?
Ain't Timon, whichever Simone, ain't he a warthog?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
something like
warthog.
that. It's something like that. I don't know. I'm not really an animal.
I had to be you the muskrat.
Nah, I'm just smaller than you. I'm just smaller than you. So I picked the smaller character. It ain't personal. It ain't like, oh, this nigga look like a warthog. It ain't like that.
That's crazy.
Nah, it's not like that. You're my nigga.
I think you was throwing a subliminal, like you was trying to like sub me or whatever. Like,
Nah.
really?
Nah, for real.
What else is popping? What's going on in the world?
Man, what's going on? Damn.
What the hell is going on in the world?
Well, guess that's our show.
You on the Rolling Loud?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, they gonna uncle. We got a special guest in there. We're back.
You fucking with Rolling Loud?
Nah, I'm not fucking with it. Well,
You gonna go?
yeah, I should go. Maybe I should go.
Should be cool. I want to do what?
Higher Day coming up.
Here they going.
Oh, it's lit.
They come in. Come on, huh? Hey, so listen, we raised in this era, right? And the era that we raised in,
Yeah.
today's topic, we want to talk about how people go from the game to gang. So I'm gonna
Let's
let
scoot on over. Let's scoot on over.
now this chair is broke up, so let me see. Y'all been seeing my uncle on our page, right? Okay, let me see. Let me get this from behind.
He's sitting like a player anyway.
Oh man, he's so much of a player, man. So listen.
Let me sit like
Now
that.
listen. Now we in this game, a lot of people been seeing you on my page lately, right? I've been posting some footage and you've been dropping some real jewels.
I've been hearing all about it.
You been hearing about it, huh?
I know all about it.
So
yeah,
listen.
they've been calling me from every coast to coast telling me about it.
What they saying?
Oh, I've been hearing some really nice things, you know, some real good brothers, and it's given me a really good feeling, you know, of coming this far and really appreciating the things that I do and appreciating the people that I know, you know, because they for real. And that and when it's real to real, it gives me more motivation and inspiration to keep wanting to inspire, you know, real good people, you know, because they can come from all walks of life. But as long as they got the real in them, that's all that really matters. Because, you know, when I look at it and I think about it, I say, well, you know, it's crowded on the bottom, but there's a lot of room on top. And it's not enough of us. You know, so I want to invite everybody that's want to go to the top. You know, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you right.
So when we came in the game, like, you know, I was raised by, you know, of course, cut from a cloth of guys like, you know, my father that, you know, y'all used to roll. And
I'm very familiar. I'm familiar. And it is heartfelt, and I love you. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, I hate, it's the truth. Some were sworn into the game,
right?
But you were born into it.
For sure.
You were definitely born into it. And now that I've been able to learn a lot about it, you know, there's some things that's really attractive that I really like, and then there's things that's not so attractive for the life we live.
Nowadays, a lot of these
because the way we was raised up,
they represent gang over gang,
and that's one part that really gets me.
What happened?
Because we supposed to have been able to be able to have opportunity, you know what I'm saying, and equality and justice for everybody. You know what I'm saying? We didn't supposed to have to struggle like this for the rest of our life and have this where we were separation. You know what I'm saying? And being intimidated because of the color of your skin or because you had to be segregated from a different set. You know what I'm saying? Because we all had the same culture. You know what I mean? And the same culture, especially being a black person. You know that? And it's not easy for blacks. Some people, you look at you, sometimes you're the last hired and the first fired. And it's because a person living in poverty of being poor. And I'm a witness to that. That, you know, it costs to have education. And I know education and knowledge has a lot to do with your existence, on what you can do in life for its opportunity. So if you don't have that, and you only have one means of being able to survive and stretch that last bowl of milk and that last corner of that cereal, you ain't gonna starve. You know, because you weren't taught to starve and to cry over spilled milk.
Figure it out.
You're gonna figure a way to come up with that.
Yeah.
You know, whether we're saying we're proud of it or not, but we have to eat.
So when people ask you a lot of the stuff that you did in the game coming up, man, from whatever you had to do, man, what's your response to that?
My response to that is say, I shouldn't have been into a situation with rich as America is and all these millionaires and billionaires being on top and leaving these poor people on the bottom. Because if I was on top, I wouldn't think like that. I would really outclass them and have a lot of love in my heart for them and be glad to spread the wealth and hope that everybody have good health and a lot of love. Especially on God's earth as a human being. You know, I mean, with morals and scruples and dignity and integrity. What is this country based on? You know, if you want to get down to the facts, you know what I mean, and get down to the technicalities of it, what is we based on? What are our human values? What are our morals? What is our purpose about? So I'm going to speak individually. You know, I know that there was a lot that's called, and in the Bible says a few that's chosen. All God's children should be chosen. You know what I'm saying? All human beings should be chosen to not have to suffer and be without because of the color of their skin. Then nobody should be of no jealousy, anger, or hatred, or whatever they feel in the past when they was raised at home. They just like you was taught to ride a bike, you can be taught to tie your shoes again. You know what I'm saying? And you can get laced up right here, right now.
Well, the lacing of the game is what we need.
That's what I'm saying. And let them know,
man.
You don't supposed to be deprived and denied. You know what I mean? And you don't supposed to feel intimidated, you know what I'm saying, or feel inferior or intimidated because of what you have and what your beliefs are. Because I know you owe it to yourself. And then you don't have to get bitter, just get better.
Bars.
You know?
What's up with the players though, man? What happened to the real players? Huh?
You know, and they say sometimes it's just that it don't really be like you said it is, like people think it is, you know what I'm saying? That it's the players. It's just be the game that be ran on them and they go for it. You know what I mean? That's what messes them up. You know what I mean? Because they be lied to and mistreated and deceived and all that deception. But when you get down real to real with them and say, brother, you know what I'm saying? I know you want yours just like I want mine. You know what I mean? And I would be denying myself to see you without it. Because I do not want to have it all by myself and say he the only one. I'm not the only one because I don't want to be the only one. When they made one Rolls Royce, a Maserati, Ferrari, Lamborghini, they made 4 or 5 of them. You understand what I'm saying? And when we pull up and we give thumbs up because we riding.
Yeah.
And how you like me now? Yeah, have action at it because that's what you want.
Who gave you the game?
Who gave me the game is brothers like yourself. We exchange knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Some people got the tail end of it, some got it backwards, and some got it misconstrued and misunderstood. But it takes time over trials and tribulations and experience to be able to learn to separate the real from the unreal. What fit for you and what don't. Choose your friends and your game and yourself. Don't let me influence you, but this is my opinion, just like I choose y'all. Just to fit me.
At what age did you jump in the game, though?
I was born into it. It was already mapped out before I even knew anything about it. And all I was supposed to do was just follow the script and stick with it. And if I didn't, it would be held the answer to.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
If we talking about finessing and macking, at what age did you send your first hoe, man?
I must have been about 13 or 14. I bought my first Cadillac from Pat Patterson Cadillac. You know what I'm saying? Then I went over to California Hotel and Frank Ward was there, Willie Ward and the brothers. And he told me, he says, yeah, young blood, what you gonna do? I said, I'm gonna pimp hoes and slam Cadillac doors. You know what I mean? And I was a youngster. You know what I mean? Because they was doing it. They was making the movie The Mac. Frank Ward, he had that Capoeira. Ted Ward had the Capoeira that Goldie drove in the movie The Mac. Willie Ward had a triple white Brougham. So me, him, and Ted used to ride on a friend of mine named Joe Zeno. We always used to ride together. I was a youngster, you know what I mean? And they started schooling me. And then my dad, you know what I'm saying? And then other good brothers. I had lots of people that was there for me, you know? Big Goo out of LA, you know? I mean, I got love, Charles Blood, Chick. I mean, the best of the players in the world. My brother Rick, you know what I mean? Outstanding dudes, Unc. You know, they taught me, you know what I mean? Your dad. He was there with me, we had rubies and diamonds back then. When I moved around the lake, he moved across the street from me. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't at my joint, I was at his. And we was always kicking the game. Because this is what we had to do. When you ride down MacArthur and San Pablo, it was nothing but Bentleys and Cadillacs. Every motel was with out-of-state license plates. From New York, Las Vegas, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, St. Louis. You know, you name it. Chicago.
They say you was one of the first to put white snow on E14 in San
I was one of the first ones that we just said when they come there with all the rest of them, when they come to saying that, well, if it ain't snowing, we ain't going. I was one of them. And you know, and then it brought that pressure to the game because dudes was hollering about back in them days, they didn't burn coal and making it hard for a sister and a brother, but it was the politics about it. It was so much bitterness too. You know what I'm saying? So much hatred because of being in the situations of being poor and discriminated and so much racism. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't to the point it was just only discrimination. It was racism. And you didn't see in my day of coming up, you know, when I moved into Berkeley, I started seeing a lot of integrated kids and stuff. But when I raised up in school, when I was raising up in Berkeley during that time, after I come from out of West Oakland and East, I saw so many kids that was being bused to Oakland or to the schools up in Berkeley Hills, like Live Oak and places like that. And I didn't see any whites in my school, but it was whites on my block, a few. And they took a liking to me. You know what I mean? And me and Rick, this lady that lived next door, this white couple, they used to let us drive their car, and I was in elementary school. I didn't even know how to drive. Ricky would put the pillow in the car, and I'd get on it, and I'd hit the gas, and he'd hit the stick shift. You know what I'm saying? And we ride up on Telegraph up on the hill. And then, you know, with the people they call hippie flowers people, talking about peace and love brothers, we started hanging out with them, and they started getting me and Ricky cars and everything we wanted. You know what I'm saying?
The hippies.
So we seen that they was the ones that was really liberal. You know what I mean? And in our society, they brought so much love and so much, you know, so much of that of changing that racism, you know, and giving us more opportunity that I can really say that it was really liberal. To see them walk down the street barefooted and hold your finger out and catch, you know, put your thumb out and hitchhike and get a ride all the way to Provo Park or Tilden Park and say, hey, brother, you want to smoke a joint? Or here's a few bucks and come by my pad. the door would be wide open.
They
They'd be in there, be naked. Butt naked, having orgies, them white
Like,
people.
I'm about to see
And I
one
said,
of y'all,
but my
y'all.
partners got to come up there hustling.
Yeah.
And they killed it. Because they started saying, brother, I got burned. They started taking everything from them. When I started bringing them from the flat land up that way, they started knocking them smooth out the box.
You can't chase nobody if you're naked.
Right. And I seen them, some was doctors going to Cal getting PhDs. Some was sleeping in iron lungs, had brothers that was musicians and playing drums and stuff, playing their bands in the garage, and became famous later on. And by me being a person, you know what I'm saying, by limiting in that, by being a diverse and having and being balanced there, you know what I mean? Saying, well, okay, I'm gonna go down here in the rough part of town, you know what I'm saying, hang out with all my real gangsters and hustlers and players. Then I'm gonna come up here with these rich folks too. And they came up there too.
So
around Provo Park and People's Park.
You told me some other stuff, man, some
Right.
player stuff. You said even the biggest players in the MAC still gotta have a gangster hand. What was that about?
Because let me tell you something. In this life here, people sometimes don't respect a person from just the things that they say. They can respect you for what you can do.
Sometimes you just
You
got
know what I'm saying? You serious. The way you have to come at a person, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, a lot of times it backs them up off you. That you got to really relate to them on their level. That they ain't gonna stand for, like when I went to San Francisco back in the days, my partners was driving Rolls Royces, and they had them robbers coming through there and taking and calling them dudes chumps and punks because they had holes and thinking they could rob them and take their jewelry. They said, no, you're not gonna take nothing from me. What you're gonna take is this pistol. And they started firing at them. Them dudes start shooting at them, they start shooting back. You know what I'm saying? And saying, brother, we out here hustling and getting out like that. If I talk about my broad and what she gonna do and think I'm gonna jump out this new Cadillac that I just got from Bill Armsberger, this Rada, this convertible Rada, with the brains blowed out, and you think I'm not gonna go where I wanna go and tell me I'm confined to go one place? No, brother, you know, it ain't have working like that. I'm gonna see you where I see you at. I'm going through these speakeasy. I'm gonna have me one, and I'm gonna check my traps, and I'm gonna keep on riding and doing my thing, all about the money game.
That's damn what I tell myself
You know what I'm
when
saying?
I wake up.
You know, you're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's like a little kid. You think you're gonna keep on beating me up and taking mine? No, you're not gonna do that to me because I'm not gonna let you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you, brother.
you a
You
sucker.
know what I'm saying?
My uncle
And
told
you-
me, say you gotta teach people how to treat you.
That's right. I'm not gonna let you do that to me. I'm gonna give you love and treat you like a man. But if you keep coming to disrespect me on the kind of way, it's gonna be a problem. You know, and I'm gonna tell you about it, and I can show you about it. You know what I mean? And I got plenty game, plenty of it, because that's how I was born with.
Do you feel like that led to, like you just came home, man, from doing 17
That's
years,
what it
man.
did.
You had to show your gangster hand.
I had to go to the penitentiary because during that time
You walked
they were
off
telling-
17 straight?
17 years straight in the penitentiary altogether. They gave I have had to go through 3 different times of a life sentence, facing a life sentencing with 25 years of life. And the last time that they offered me an offer on the table was 22 years. So on 22 years, and then I went back to prison and went to school. They say, "Oh, player going to school." I say, "It's time for me to change and learn something." I went and got me a certificate in substance abuse, and I started having motivation speakers in front of the warden and all the top officials, and people from Sacramento would come down, and I started letting them know that I am making changes.
Yeah, it's
You know what I
probably
mean?
for that.
Yeah, that's a good accomplishment.
You know, and I went there and they had me with every certificate, and every time that I completed a course, I got a certificate. And then we have, you know, they would have like after a while they have parties for us, you know, and we would all celebrate. And that was all new to me because everything I knew was partying at the name of the game, the Black Knight, you know what I'm saying, and having me a blow, you know what I'm saying, and kicking it like that. But then I said, this is another side of the game. So I said, well, my partner said, write my book about the other side of the game. I said, I want to write it about both sides of the game.
Yeah.
Because you know about me having that versatility and that flexibility now has given me some balance. And I like that balance.
I see a lot of people. I post up a video of you, man, on the gram, and a lot of people was like, "Oh man, I sat down with OG Keith, man, and he really shoots some real good game, man." Do you feel like it was something that you owed the game to give the game to some of the young guys?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you the story. Okay, I was talking to this guy when I was in prison because I always walked the yard and I would get different brothers' opinions, and I was very versatile because I would walk with all walks of life and every nationality to learn where these cats was coming from and why they was always at each other, you know, and they all end up in the same situation in the hole of lockdown. You know what I mean? and the program taking in no packages, no visits, and hurting their loved ones. You know, because when they hurt themselves, they don't only hurt themselves, they hurt the people that love them also. That's just looking forward to seeing them and wanting to hear from them. And see, when you get in prison, you're locked up on a lockdown, what they call it, all your privileges are taken away from you. So I said to myself, it's not what I just owe to the game, it's what I owe to myself and my people too, because I've hurt them as well as myself, and because they remember. And I said, it's time for me to straighten that up. Because then it's not that I didn't care. I hadn't reached that point to know what that felt like until I got incarcerated. So I said, it's just about your incarceration. I wanted some rehabilitation and some education because I wanted to learn. So I said, I'm going to be in a higher pursuit and not only a prostitute, but some education.
Very good.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did because I felt chill pain and other brothers' pain and the ones that's close to me. Like some people run from it, I run to it. Because I'm a man up and I'm going to confess to all my sins and the wrong I did. And the things and tell them the difference between right and wrong and what I've learned. I'm not going to give it to them off the bottom. I'm going to give it to them off the top like I got it. You know what I'm saying? And be for real about it.
People used to say the game is to be
sold and not told.
Do you still
if
believe
you can't
that?
sell it and don't tell it. The game, to me, I told the brother, he says, I want to pay you for the game. I said, you can't give me a dime for the game. How you pay for the game is to respect it and change it to where it's real for you, yourself, and every other brother you meet from the love of your heart. And if you don't do it from your heart, don't even do it from the start.
Your game is free, man. You just got
You know what I'm saying? You just got the people to love you and then want you to be around you, and you're going to learn it. Because they're not going to deny you of it. They ain't going to hide it. They're going to divide it because it's going to be for real. It's when we have barbecues, when we have events in our neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Within the community with people, with you being there, you're gonna learn to open up to it and get used to it and adjust to it, and it's gonna be real. Either it's for you or it's not. You know what I'm saying? Either you gonna catch on to it like it's nothing, like it's the thing to do, real easy and really simple. Else you're not going to, because you're gonna have to make up your mind once you have that opportunity to accept it or to reject it. And it's up to you. And it don't make you a bad person because you don't want to be a player, gangster, or Mac. You know what I'm saying? You're still a good person and loved.
Yeah,
you know, you just respect it. That's right. You know, you ain't got to be a player. You just have to be yourself and be somebody that love you for who you are.
But what
and
about
that's
the
the only way it's
squares
real.
that be knocking the game?
Because you know, and I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you mentioned that because when I says it, like the brother told me, I said, man, you's a player hater for real. And the brother says, he said, Keith, I'm not a player hater. I'm a player congratulator.
He was lying.
No, he was for real. Because he said, I don't hate the game. He said, man, don't hate the game, man. Hate the player, man. All you got to do is just move on out the way. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna love you for who you are. You know what I mean? That's it. And a lot of things that you should hate, because a lot of cats, they got the game twisted. I hate them too for doing some of the stuff they doing and saying that. And maybe not really like that, though. I should change that and say it. But you know, I might not approve of it. You know what I'm saying? And saying it's cool because brothers have a reason for doing certain things because that's the way they was taught. You know, until they learn the right way.
On a lighter note, do you ever like have a flashback and be ready to slap somebody?
No, I do that all the time.
Really.
I do that all the time because I get
Keith.
really temperamental. You know what I'm saying? That's what I learned from my partner says, Keith, let's not just check them, let's correct them. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay. I said, because sometimes, you know, man, I be wanting to drop back ball, gangster head and go back to there again and really get mad. But that's the wrong way of doing it because I be losing my cool, as my mother would say. I'm blowing it, you know what I mean? And then you got people saying, well, man, look here, man. You know, the game was not by force. You know, it was by choice. And we all make bad choices in life. You know, I'm not proud of the things that I've been through, the things that I've done after I learned about it. But, you know, it's such a culture thing. You know, it's a culture shock. Everybody was doing this. Macking, playing, and hustling and being slick. That was a big thing back then. And it still is now. You know what I mean? And do you think for the love of God, if I could have been fortunate enough to have the education that other people have and the money they have, that I would want to live that life?
Being slick.
And being slick. And being without and have to go break in something or steal something or rob something to get me some money or pimp to do the pimping.
But do you regret sending hoes?
No, because man, it seems like I do in a lot of ways because I look at this thing here and these bros, you know, it was pimps that had the game backwards, put a black eye in the game, made it look bad. But you know, a lot of people did because they only come back to a certain level because that's all they know.
They didn't reach the
they didn't reach the top because they only know what certain people taught them. You know, it's all different type of teachers. Like you got all different kind of religions. You know what I mean?
It's different types.
It's just like 31 flavors of the game. You know what I mean? Sometimes you know you can get it. You know, different prices. You know, different things. Different people teach you different ways of the game. You know, his way might not be the way that you have or the way that he have. You know what I'm saying? You may have a smoother way or have more game.
We got different.
You know what I'm saying? And more style and more class.
More short.
Yeah.
Short.
He might be a gorilla Mac. He might be a smooth Mac and say, baby, look here. Don't do nothing that you don't want to do.
Right.
I don't like nobody. You don't have to like nobody that don't like you. So I don't want nobody that don't want me.
At the prime of your pimping, what would you grade your pimping?
I grade my pimping as learning how to pimp. Learning how the game go and saying, oh man, that part of the script, I could have missed me with that. You know what I mean? With that type of behavior and that type of acting. Because that didn't only make me have friends, you know what I mean, have a lot of love. That made me have a lot of hate too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my ways made me have enemies. You know what I'm saying?
Was you flamboyant?
And the things I'm doing. I wasn't only flamboyant, I high side a lot. Saying, you know what I'm saying? Saying, well, look here, player. You know, I'm just telling you know what I'm saying? But I've had constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? Say, well, man, you know what I mean? You need to quit counting them fleas and start counting them G's. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You need to come up with it, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You high side on it.
You're going to get busted for attempted pimping and reckless dressing, man. Get off the track.
Attempted pimping and reckless dressing.
You know what I'm saying? We don't get out like that, man. You know, you putting shame in the game. You know what I mean? You will never get to the Hall of Fame like that. You know what I mean? The Hall of Game. You know, and it was really so they get mad at that.
You popping on them up.
And then they had to be mad because I said, well, man, pull over, man. I got the news for you. And then my partner, I talked to my partner, Big Red. He said, Big LW. I said, LW. I said, well, look here, man. I got to bring him the news. He said, well, man, kid, you might have to bring him the blues.
What you tell him, huh? What you tell him when you serve him the news, huh?
He said, you might have to bring him the blues. I said, yeah. He said, well, if they don't accept the news, let them accept the blues. So I said, they real serious about this, man. They ain't playing. This do or die. I can't be playing with this here. I got to be real, you know? I got to know both sides of the game, you know? I got to come out these Cadillacs and these buildings and living in Beverly Hills and Las Vegas, you know, and having brawls all over the known around the U.S., you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To where I got to get real and do my homework, you know? Because I got to stand up. I got to know what I'm doing. You know, I just can't always call Fab, call my brothers and say, look at here, man, how did this go and this go? I got to know for sure. And it's like with a broad, you know, I got to let her know or let her go. You know, either one or the other.
You gonna let her know or let her go?
Yeah, because I learned it a long time ago. And then, you know, in his force, it was that gorilla pimping style. Them dudes was gorilla macking during that time. Who don't like a dude saying you got to whoop her to death to talk to her? When you whooping brawls, hitting the brawls, that's when you run out of things to tell them. You run out of the game, man. You run out of the truth and the real love. And see, I know what the truth is about. You know what I'm saying? And it don't cause to go like that. Because, you know, they say, well, man, when you put your hands on them, you run out of things to tell them. And, you know, when you gorilla macking like that, you know that ain't cool, man. You know what I mean? I feel shame about all that old dumb stuff. And you become aggressive and too temperamental. That ain't a max. That ain't for a player, man. That ain't for a player. This dudes had them women, and they never put their hands on them. You know what I'm saying? And this is say they have it to say, baby, this here we doing this temporary. This is not no permanent thing. And if it's other talents she have, I'd rather for them to do a whole lot. But I need brawls that already be holes. Been turned out and turned out by the wrong kind of players that didn't have no real game.
So you can get them right.
And that messes them up mentally. Them brawls be crazy as I don't know, nutty in a fruitcake. Behind the things that people be treating them. You know what I'm saying? And you got to straighten all that. You got to be a psychiatrist, a psychologist, you know, a social worker. You got to work with all these problems to mellow it on out to get her to where she won't have all this here mentally illusions and delirious and depression. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the way the game's supposed to go. It is not for you to physically or mentally harm someone. To get them to cooperate or to do what you want them to do what they want to do. You know, it's got to be a purpose and a reason for it. It's not just because I say I want to wear diamond rings And you know what I'm saying? And wear minks and things. You
So-
know what I'm saying?
so,
It's not that way. It's not. And whoever believe that for the children, they got the game twisted, man. It's not my purpose. I'm telling you, I'm one of the best that ever did it. And I know that for a fact. Because I'm sitting here to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to lie to kick it. You got to live to get old. You understand what I'm saying? You got to live to get old. And then you got to know what you're talking about for people to listen to you. Because either they're going to tell you to either put up or shut up. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to always fake it to make it. This is the real deal, Holyfield. Yeah, we coming with it. For sure. And I bet you.
Tell him your name, huh?
My name is Keith Smith. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. I'm known from coast to coast by the best that ever did it. And the real is still here. Yeah, we ain't going nowhere up until they take us away from here. Till we're 6 feet under, deep down in the ground.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Or wherever they want to put us, in the wall. But I'm saying, as long as we here on God's earth, it is what it is. From coast to coast, you know, the game is gonna go on with us, without us, you know, and it's about people that just try to, you know, keep some integrity, some scruples and morals, like I say, and try to keep it clean. You know what I mean? Either come clean or stay away dirty. You know what I'm saying? And I always know too. I like to kick it too. You know them two cats, they call themselves Max and stuff. You know, you got the center before you've been her. You know what I mean? That's the only way you're gonna see what's up in her. You know what I'm saying? But you know, sometimes it gets so cool you can't pass it all up. You know, a man is a man. You know, if you do anything, be good to yourself first. You know what I mean? Because you look around and it might be too late in the game to try to, you know, come back up with that piece again. You know what I mean? So get on down and enjoy it to yourself. You know, they put these rules to the game. You know, it's to a certain degree. You know what I mean?
Man, my mom and daddy spoke highly of you, man.
And I love them to death, and that's why I'm here with you. You know, a lot of cats, they moved and they got rich, you know what I mean? And they don't want to, and they told me like when I was coming, they said, Keith, you know, that I felt guilt about not giving back to the community. They say, brother, you've been with the community all your life with us. You have never left us. You've taken us with you. And everything that you've had, you've shared with us. You are a part of us. When you was in them places that did $1 million or billions of dollars couldn't get you up out of there, only till you completed that sentence. We was there with you. We was there with you. We represented us to the fullest. And when it had to kick off, it was kicked off. Players.
See, he's a square, man. He didn't get it out, man.
When they would find them minis at us, we was stepping them minis. I had the best hitting the ground. Excuse me.
Talk to him.
Hitting that ground with them bullets flying past them and the ducker. The richest that you ever want to see in life is right here today and still alive. And ripping them heels and them Ferraris and them Lamborghinis and filthy rich. And you never know what type of love they have.
Hey, man, that's Keith Smith.
And that's when it's real.
I'm Stanley Jr.,
And I love
man.
him to death.
Was my daddy a player?
One of the best that I know and love him to death. And that's why I'm here to represent him to the fullest.
Was my mama a player?
He was the best in the world. I love her to death. Love her to death. Nothing like the love she gave me. I'm a love child. If I don't have nothing else, I got plenty of love and a whole lot of good memories. And I can be by myself and have a lot of fun on just thinking about the ones that I love.
Hey, man, Keith Smith, man. Kevin
I
Allen.
hope you heard some of what he said.
Hey, man, I come from it, man.
Okay.
He'll tell you, man. He ran with mine, man.
I got a whole lot to take good
Hear me,
memories,
man.
you know?
Play away.
Good memories from the real deal.
This is the Keep It Player episode, man. My Uncle Keith Smith, man. We gonna get back at this, man. Y'all need some advice, man. He got his book coming soon. Both sides of the game.
I wish I could have been born earlier.
And
we would have been friends.
oh yeah, we would have been for show players, man. Well, I would have been with him, man. I would have been in the car with him, man.
Definitely.
Hey, nothing but love, man. And like he say, man, we not encouraging nobody to do no different about their lifestyle. Be who you are, man. You know what I'm saying? But never be ashamed of what you are and who you are. But you don't got to be no player, no pimp, no gangster, no killer. Just be true to yourself, and the game going to be true to you, man. That's
right.
all it's about,
and
man.
love you for who you are. Yeah, it's a different day and time, and it's beautiful out here, brothers and sisters. This is the way it's supposed to be, where all God's children have joined hands and come together from the heart. That's beautiful. You know, and that's the way it should have been.
Play away, man. Yes. Tap in, man. We see y'all next time. Respectfully disrespectful.
You trying to go smoke?
No, I'm good. I'm trying to. All right, brother.
I don't care what y'all say. I'm gonna go sit me a bit.